Hello everyone and welcome back to our Ark Survival Ascended series. I am Survivor K, and last time we went through the base locations, and today we're gonna clean up our base spot. And hold up. Wait. This is not okay. Yeah, I've been going back and forth from the base to bring stuff, and the easiest way was to get here with an Argent. One of them. We got Johnny the Flap here, and the female breeder, the male guy with some stats. We're gonna need to pop up a male breeder also, and going after an Argent, coming with a couple of dinos in the claws, and then dying. So what's happening? Where did you come from? 150 Sabertooth? How? Did you spawn under me? Wow, okay, that was nasty. Okay. And now we need to actually clean up this area, and as you've seen, things are still getting spawned. So we need to do something to stop the spawning, and we need to do something to wall this off and probably extend further. Now the point is, this place here is not necessarily as flat, and I was pondering between here and there, right there. But why am I picking this spot here is because there you're gonna have Thylas and Microraptors and whatnot, and if I want to extend, my only place to extend is even deeper into Redwoods, which is not really a nice place. So yeah, I love the scenery, and probably I'm gonna do the base right on the edge here to keep an eye on the Redwoods. Yeah, and I'm gonna extend on the other side. So all right, let's get cleaning first of all, and get some of the stuff we need. Now this guy can go up to 700, maybe 800 weight, and still be fine. And we need some gates for initial walling. Now this is OG, for the OGs, they're gonna know. This is the way you wall, the cheapest way you can wall, albeit it doesn't look nice at all. It looks really, really bad and odd. But this is a very, very cheap and easy way to wall stuff off, to wall stuff out in whatever. To just to put some wall. Jesus. Just to put some walls up. Yeah, we don't need this. And I got here the Dodic, which probably I'm gonna change his name to Bam Bam. Typic. Classic name for my Dodics. I got the Moss Chops, which I'm gonna use him for fiber mostly. I don't really need fiber for the gates, but fiber is a very good thing to have, a fiber collector, so might as well have him here for when we're gonna start building. I'm gonna build my house out of wood because I want to build a house here. Definitely I'm gonna go with mansion. I know people like to do castles and whatnot. On the island, I'm really keen on building nice house. I really like building nice houses and kind of mansion kind of style. I'm not sure I have enough room here or any good idea for a mansion, but somewhere along the lines looking like a house, it's good enough. On scorched earth, I like to go more another style. We're gonna talk about scorched earth when it comes here. And speaking of scorched earth, the latest news is that it will come in March next year. So we got plenty of time to do stuff here, and I'm really happy about it because, because mutations are a thing, and while they're not necessarily needed for completing the map, they're kind of needed when you're going solo and want to take on alpha stuff. So yeah, unfortunately that's the case, and we can't do much about it. I don't think they did anything for the balance. Come on, Pteranodon, go away. Or die, that works too. I don't think they did much regarding the balance, and yeah, if you're in 10 players, arguably it may not be needed to go with crazy mutations and whatnot. I would still recommend it though, definitely. But I'm solo, so I need my dinos to be very, very strong. Hello? Why are you slow? Does that thing slow you? Was my hit slowing you? Fascinating. Right, so we got wood machine here. That's collecting a ton of berries and cleaning a lot of stuff. And wood machine is gonna help us a lot. I used to go for mammoths. I believe I touched on this when we got this guy. I used to go for mammoths. Mammoths was my favorite wood collecting dino because of the AoE it had, and because of the rates, because on the mammoth rates were crazy high. Unfortunately though, it got nerfed. I don't know when, because I took a break from Evolve before Ascendant popped in, so I don't lose the urge and the itch to play Ark. And the itch grew stronger and stronger, so yeah, I'm really happy. They launched it this year, actually. Anyways, yeah, I don't know when they got nerfed, but they got nerfed. And it's not really worth it at this point. I mean, Stego, okay, he's slower and clunkier to move, but Stego can be much more effective at this point in collecting wood, thatch and berries. So, at least that's my opinion. If you have different info, or if you tested it out and whatnot, and you think it's still worth getting the mammoth over the Stego, do leave a comment down below. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, right, let's see, we need to craft some gates. And yeah, I got the Stego here on foot, so it was a long long ride. It was such a long ride, and we almost got the Stego killed. Like, that was no fun. That was really no fun. Everything started attacking. We had an Alpha Raptor on the way. Some Therizzinos got angry. A Spino killed the Carno because I took the Stego and the Carno, and the Spino killed it. Like, it kind of was action-packed, but not really. It was more like frustration-packed. And yeah, I didn't really want to record the whole journey because it can get boring to see somebody just walking around to his new base. So yeah, I brought these guys here, and deciding to bring you guys to have a nice relaxing base starting episode. I'm so heavy. Can I craft another gate? Yeah. Can I craft another gateway? No, I need more stone. Okay. Right, so gateway. Okay, so Bam Bam is going at it with the stones, which is really nice. But now I need to understand, where should I put these gates? For now, we're obviously gonna extend, and the reason for that is, okay, we can make the house there and whatnot, maybe go with pillars down. But we will need space for dino pen, for multiple dino pens. One's gonna be for what's it called, for dino pen, dino working dinos, like we have the guys here with machine Bam Bam, and we can get the Yankee and whatnot. One is gonna be for kibble dinos, and that's gonna be very interesting to make because I don't know how much kibble we're gonna need. And another one is gonna be for breeding dinos, which is mutations and boss dinos and whatnot. Now the problem is on single player, and again, this may be a setting, so if you know anything about it, do leave me a comment down below. I would really appreciate it. But as far as I know, let me get down. So from here, okay. As far as I know, you cannot access the bosses from any terminal. So you need to go green for the brood mummy, you need to go blue for the Megapithecus, and you need to go red for the dragon, which means we are gonna have to make the mutations at home, move the breeders there, and because we don't have any cryopods, and who knows, from what I saw in the patches, cryopods are gonna come soon enough to the island also. So who knows, maybe we will have it by that time, in which case we don't need all the pens. But in case it doesn't come, we're gonna need to make breeders in the base and then move the breeders to the terminals, right, to the obelisks, and there we need to do the army and a small outpost and keep feeding them regularly so they don't die. Right, we're gonna go a little bit classic on this one with the boss dinos. I know you can do all the bosses with the Rexes, but I find that a little bit boring, right? Yeah, a little bit boring. I'm gonna go with Megatheriums for the Brood Mummy, with Therizzinos for the Dragon, and with Rexes for what's it called? The Monkey. Megapithecus? Yeah. Megapithecus. So yeah, that's the plan. If we don't manage to get saddles for everybody, I may turn and shift around to see what exactly can we do, depending on what saddles we get, because, right, I know I'm talking again about this, but on the separate server that I'm testing things out, there is no saddle. It has been eluding me for a long while. A long while. So I don't know what they did to the drop rates. I don't know if I'm just unlucky there or what's going on, but yeah, Therizino saddles are nowhere to be found. So if something like that happens here also, and during this this playthrough, I'm gonna have to think of something else. I'm gonna have to think of a different dino to take to both the dragon and the overseer. Now the point is, Therizzinos on the overseer are kind of a must, because first of all, they can heal without any assistance with the veg cakes, and second of all, you can actually do the conga line even easier with Therizzinos than with Rexes and whatnot. And the other option would be, if you want to go for carnivore, the other option would be Allosauruses. But Allosauruses are much weaker than Therizzinos. So yeah, I'm gonna have to think of it. I hope I'm not that unlucky. I hope. If not, we're gonna have to do either Rex Conga if we're lucky with the Rex saddle, or Allosauruses Conga if we're lucky with Allosauruses saddle. Unfortunately for Allosauruses though, we're gonna have to make them overpowered as Old Sim. We're gonna have to go guns blazing and max out the mutations. We cannot go with just 20-30 mutations. We're gonna go max it out because they're too weak to handle this alone. And yeah, that's not gonna be an easy feat for the Allosauruses, definitely. So we're gonna have to help them as much as we can, and that means I'm gonna have to ride a Yuri, which is gonna maybe not need the mutations, but he's gonna need to be a healthy Yuri with a ton of health and whatnot. And I'm not sure about a pig. Maybe we need to squeeze a pig or two in the overseer fight. But I'm getting way ahead of myself with this overseer talk thing. It's so far away, and most likely we're gonna have cryopods by then and farmed a lot, and maybe we don't really need to go with Allosauruses. Even though I love them. Like, I think hands down, they are one of my favorite dinos. And yeah, maybe they do deserve another chance. Maybe they do deserve a chance of actually going and killing the bosses, because they're so slender, they're so slick. I really love how they look like. So yeah, I'm gonna have to think of it. It highly depends on the saddles, and it highly depends on what we can find around, because it doesn't help me to have a stupidly overpowered Xeno if I cannot do anything with it because there's no saddle. And it doesn't help me to have, I don't know, Rexes or Megatheriums that do that. Maybe Rexes, yes, because Rex is kind of universal dino, boss dino, and maybe Rexes are a good alternative, but they're so heavy and so clunky. So my go-to will definitely be depending on the saddles. We're gonna have to wait and see. Do the caves, do the drops, do the everything we can do, right? Anyways, back to the task at hand. We got the gates, or we're trying to do the gates. Yeah, and this is the gate wall I was talking about. Now you can snap them together. I don't remember. I think you were able to do this also in Evolve. Yeah, you were able to do this also. Or not. I can't remember it. Sorry guys, I have a huge memory gap in what you could and couldn't do in Evolved. But in any case, the building system is definitely much better in Ascended. So yeah, this is the wall of gates. It's effective. It keeps stuff out, almost all the stuff out, except for Giga and Carcadonto, but they don't go this far out, and us being on single player here kind of helps, because I do have the prevent hibernation thing. It's a setting on Steam that allows the world to move even when you're not rendering it, but it typically doesn't. Like, you can move or the dinos can still be active and killing each other while you're not rendering them and while you're offline. But if your base is out of render range, typically is left untouched. So it's fine, and I don't expect any kind of huge dinos here, maybe a Titanosaur or something. But yeah, honestly, I dread the Titanosaur even more than I dread the Gigas, because Giga you can aggro and you can send away. And same with Carcadonto. You can aggro them and send them away. With Titanosaurus, you cannot. And if you want to aggro them, they have a massive AoE and so much damage. It's unreal. It's a good dino to base on, though, and a very powerful base raiding dino, but it's not my thing. It's too clunky. I don't like clunky dinos. I really don't. So it's not really my cup of tea. Let's put it like that. And unfortunately, because of the weight limitation, I don't really do, or I can do, but it's not really that useful, bases on top of dinos, like with the platform saddles. It doesn't really help much. Like, what it can help, the only thing I can think of that it can help, and even that is arguably because my base location is really, really good in terms of being close to resources. The only thing that can help on a platform dino is if you go PvP, clearly, undoubted, but also if you go on PvE and find a Quetzal. If you find a Quetzal and you build a forge, an industrial forge on top of it, and you go with the Yankee, you can go from mountain to mountain and harvest it and smelt it on the way to the mountains and on the way back. So when you're back from a metal run, you actually have metal ingots, not metal, and you don't need to wait for the smelting. That's the only scenario I can think of where platforms on dinos are actually useful. By all means, if you want to go and roleplay all of it and you want to go nomad or something like that, yeah, then go for it. But I'm talking strictly about hard utility, like no I like it, no nothing like I like it, I don't like it, nothing like okay, but that's the theme, and so on. Pure utility. That's the only thing I can think of. And yeah, maybe some traps or something, I don't know. In any case, it's not really something I really, it's not something I really do or enjoy. So it is what it is. I'm not going to do any platform bases. That's for sure. All right, now we got Mr. Bam Bam here, and we kind of finished the wall. Let me take an Argent and see how it looks like and how much space do we have. As I said, it's not the best. It's definitely not the best. And yeah, we're gonna have to extend it for sure. But I think we have enough room here to build a house. And the house is gonna be on a lifted foundation apparently, because we have some rocks we cannot, like this thing here. This cannot be destroyed, and probably I'm gonna have to do something like this. Anyways. Right, I'm seriously considering making something really big. Or not. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. We decided on the base location during this episode. We walled it off and make it rather safe, and now I kind of need to go grab the other guys. Right, the premises is the same. When you want to build something, same as in Conan, when you want to build something, first, set your foothold, checked. Second, get your workers, checked. And third, start crafting passively until you bring everybody there, or until you actually are ready to start building. So what I'm gonna do is actually set the crafting stations, which is gonna be myself. So I need some foundations, I need some beds. Do we have hide? Yeah. I need bed, I need some foundations, and yeah. Let's see, if we're gonna make the base there, that means we can do the foundations right around here. Stone foundation. 2? My guy, what the hell is wrong with you? Why 2? I don't have weight, that's why 2. Okay, Bam Bam, let me abuse you a little more. Right, so 7, 3x3 should work just fine. We need just a bed, we need some storage, and we're gonna need a smithy. Yeah, we're probably gonna need a smithy too. But that's arguably if I need one or not, because if I'm building out of wood, Now I would need a smithy because I want to build greenhouse plus wood, right? So I'm thinking of greenhouse, wood, and stone roof or thatch roof, something along those lines. So we're definitely gonna need a smithy here, but I don't have any metal. And let me see. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Right, and yeah, see, this is the problem with this kind of location. I don't know what is good enough. Cool, this is the problem with this kind of location. If it's steep, you can't really use foundations properly. I mean, you can stack them now and whatnot, but you can't really use them properly. So my suggestion, if you want to do something like this, use pillars. Definitely use pillars. Like put the foundation down, snap the pillar to it, and start using pillars for your support. It's very common way of building in both Ascendant. I presume it's gonna be in both Ascendant, and it was a really common way of building in Evolved also. So build pillars, yeah, make it leveled. If it's not, it's gonna look a bit, but it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. Right. What else do we need? We need a bit more stone, and I need a bed. And our foothold is done. So, bed, make 2 of them. And storage. Large storage box. Okay, how many can we have? 5. 5 is good. Right, now I'm gonna use these storages to make, to craft a bunch of, what they're called, a bunch of buildings. Jesus, words about bunch of walls, buildings, whatnot, foundations, all that kind of good stuff, pillars and everything like that. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe we can do a stone base, a wooden frame, and a thatch roof. That could look decently nice, I guess. I'm not sure if I want to paint it though. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about it. Right. Anyways. Well, our foothold is done. We're dying of cold. Like, take a look here. I have 66 fortitude. 66 fortitude. I'm nowhere near north, albeit, okay, I'm in the middle of the island. So let's say it's kinda on the northern part. But 66 fortitude used to be in Evolved an insane amount. I could have gone with primitive flak in the coldest of the island and be just fine. Just fine. Now it's 66 fortitude in the middle of the island. It's minus 11 degrees. Minus 11. What is that? And mind you, 216 cold resist is not enough. So I'm losing health in my own base. I don't know what they did, but this is not good. Look at my health going down. This is not good. Thank God I put the beds down. My God. I don't know what's with this cold wave, but it's insane. It's insane. I'm not joking. Anyways, rambling aside, let's start crafting some pillars and some ceilings, and I guess pillar. Thank you. So I guess that's it for this episode. I realize it wasn't really that exciting, but it's a part of the game. This is kind of the systematic way I'm taking on these kind of things, like progressing from one base to another and so on. And if I want to do the same kind of format as I did with the Conan series, so have the grind there at least once, have the base set up there at least once, have the steps of moving a base at least once. After that, I'm gonna do most of it offline, like the grindy and the boring part where nothing happens. I'm gonna do most of it offline. So yeah, I guess that's, oh my god, I'm dying. Jesus, man, what's happening? Anyway, before I die, thank you very much, guys, for following along. Don't forget to do the Holy YouTube Trinity, like, share, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. Leave a comment down below regarding the mammoths and whatnot. And yeah, see you guys next time.